What happened to your knee?
I really don't know.
Okay.
I just know that it hurts.
It hurts, okay.
All the time.
Well, don't jump again for me. Okay, Miranda, here we go.
So for the podium, where does it typically
Adjust it so that you can have your head up. So move back a little bit on this. Yeah, and you should just be able to glance at it and try to keep your head up. Does that feel comfortable?
Yeah.
What you don't want it to do is interact with your conducting. You don't want it to be too high. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, we don't want someone to snap their baton on the music stand.
I know, that would be terrible.
Wouldn't that be terrible? Okay. Confused, and that's very good. I'm really glad that you're doing that, because you could have just easily just done the right thing, and she would have figured it out, but she wouldn't have been as confused as she was, which was great. That's exactly what I want you to do. Play what you see. Okay, several things. So sing the first note for me, with me. Okay, ready? And again, right together. How does it make you feel? Versus this. Got it? Okay. Always notebook. First note of a piece, never look at the score. Your score's not going to go anywhere. Well, it might with me, because I might take it. I won't do that for a while. But make sure you're always looking at the players when you start. Don't expect them to do anything for you that you don't first do for them. Any change you want to see in their playing or their behavior or anything, you have to show. You have to first give to them so they know what's modeled. So you give them your entire acknowledgement, and then they give it back to you. Okay? Also, the way you took the air in was a little tight. So pretend like you're playing the sousaphone, okay, with the kind of breath that you're going to use. Okay? All right, let's try this again. Thank you. And maybe it's the knee, maybe not, but I would prefer even feet. And then I think you'll be more balanced. Otherwise, there's a bit of an adversarial approach to this, like, I dare you to play a mistake. Okay? To show a really effective diminuendo is to not show one at all. So everybody look up here. If we had a whole note at the end of a piece, and you want a crescendo diminuendo, you want a hairpin, one way to show it would be crescendo, diminuendo, off. If you want to take a lot of time, crescendo, apex, and then just give it time, it will just diminuendo on its own. But if you don't move very far, you can kind of control, to a degree, depending on the players, the severity and gradation of the diminuendo. So it's not a really fast diminuendo. Does it make sense? Okay? So that's one way to do that. Now that was a lot better. And I really, did you notice the impulsive will in the crescendos in measures 3 and 6? That's
Yes.
really nice. Some comments, please?
This might just be me sitting behind, like right behind Caitlin, but where your conducting is kind of low, so, and that can be good, but also the tip of your baton. So maybe try and get it more to your center instead of below you.
No, sorry. Austin asked me what time it
Okay,
was.
I liked what you said about keeping the tips together, because what that will do, that will focus. Some conductors conduct like this. It's not wrong. They think that, and it's usually orchestral conductors, they think that this part of the baton is seen by more people, which it is. I think the tip of the baton is where the energy comes from. And all the conductors here at Appalachian, we conduct in this similar kind of fashion, those of us that use batons. That the tip is where the action is, okay? Dr. Anderson, who used to be our orchestral conductor many years ago, conducted like this. And I'd go to his rehearsals, and I would ask him why he would do that. He said, well, it's more clear for most of the orchestra. And he made it work. He made it work. I mean, he was the president of the Conductors Guild, so he made it work. Nice job. Thank you.